Hey everyone, Breezy Straight here, and I'm bringing you a video today about what I thought was the hardest part of the Firebase Z Easter Egg. After finishing a couple solo runs, this part of the Easter egg just seemed to not make any sense, so I spent a lot of time and ran this many times to find out exactly what you are supposed to do here when you're collecting these memories. So after the power is turned on and you give Dr. Peck the gas, you're going to go into the data center and you're going to find this memory transfer machine, or essence. Go and activate and grab one of those. So once you grab one, you want to find a mimic. Now, specifically one that's going to spawn out of an object. I found this easiest to do when there's only one zombie left, because it's harder to have a random mimic pop up and not realize if it's one you need or not. So once you get to that point, go ahead and look around the map. Now, if you see right here, there's different objects on the ground. I know that's a mimic that I want to grab because there's multiple objects on the ground. Seems like every single time I get the right mimic, there was always multiple objects that were on the ground. So that's how I know that it's the right one. So once you end up trapping them, take it back to the machine, and I'm going to show you a don't when you get back to the machine. Make sure you put it in the right hole and you don't grab another one out. This ends up making it really confusing, but don't worry. Keep trying different ones that are on the ground, throw it back in the machine, and the monster will still be in there with the memory. So just make sure you grab the one, put it in the machine before the time runs out. Now it seems that the mimic locations seem to be in the location that you saw in the first one, Dr. Peck's office and the Colonel's office. Although I have found mimics that give you the right memory in other places as well. Just as long as you see multiple objects on the ground and a mimic spawns out of one of them, you know that it's the right one. And again, I find this easiest to find them when there's only one zombie left, because sometimes mimics will spawn during the round, and if you weren't looking in the right spot, you might think it's a mimic that you need to catch. But like I said, if you stay in one spot, kill all the zombies until there's one left, you limit that confusion. Now I'm going to show you something that can happen as well. Now you can get one from the Helipad location, and as you see here, I didn't look to the right when I came through here. Now a mimic spawned, and it just so happened that it wasn't the right one. Well, I should have known too, because there wasn't multiple objects sitting on the ground around it. That's how you know that it's not the right one. And as you see here, when I catch it and I take it back to the data center, it's not going to be the right one. So if that ends up happening, you have to flip the round for another one to spawn. And that's the same thing if you actually collected one and got it right. You always have to flip the round to get one to spawn. So you see here, I'm going to flip the round. I'm going to grab another one of those essence traps, and I'm going to go on the hunt. Just make sure you're looking around everywhere. I go over to the Colonel's office here. There wasn't anything there. Also, sometimes in control room. But again, if you see multiple objects on the ground and that mimic comes out, that is the mimic that you need. This time it ended up being in Dr. Peck's office. And as you see here, multiple objects sitting around. Mimic's going to come out of one, and I'm going to catch that one. And if any of y'all out there are familiar with Pokemon, catching them is very similar. You just need to get the health as low as possible without killing them. Throw the trap down, and you got them. You know, sometimes they will actually pop out when they have very little energy, but just throw it down again, and you'll eventually get it. So I grabbed the last trap. I'm going to head back to the data center, and it will be my third and final memory that I need. So I don't know about y'all, but it took me about 3 hours the first time I did this. I just kept randomly catching mimics. But like I said, I've ran this probably 15 times to really test this out thoroughly, and it's worked every time if you just follow this. So hopefully this has cleared the air on this weird step to the Easter egg to make it quick and easy for everyone out there. And this can be done solo in this way, squads. Also, if you all enjoyed the video, please give me a like, a subscribe. I'll have a new thorough solo Firebase Z Easter egg video out here this evening. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.